Before I begin this video, I just want to remind you that I'm gonna trash talk and say a lot of negative things. All my opinion, of course. It's likely you won't find this remotely funny or agreeable, so if you don't want to see one of your potential Pokemon get burned, please stay away from this video. Without further ado, let's go. Number 10, Cast Form. I think it's based on a cloud, but all I see is a head on top of some balls, spears. It has the ability to change forms and thus change its type as well. If it's raining, then it will change into its rain form. If it's a sunny day, it will turn into its sun form. It is an interesting concept, but Cast Form fulfills its purpose in the games after you acquire it from the Weather Institute. I remember that when I got it, I just tossed it into the PC and never cared about it again. Cast Form could have been cute if it didn't leave its balls hanging out. Number 9, Wobbuffet. Is Wobbuffet useless? No. Is it annoying and weird? Yes. I don't really know what it's supposed to be based off of, but I hear that it's based on a punching bag. Not really sure. But it is annoying and Jesse will back that up. Wobbuffet serves as a way to piss you off. Last battle until you win and then boom, this comes out. Yeah, totally screwed if you messed up and your opponent predicts good. Here's a one-trick pony and that's that. One easy way to take down one of your opponent's Pokemon. Number 8. Watchdog. There's always a mono-normal type in the very beginning of the game that sucks. In the 5th generation we get Minnesome or Patrat and its evolved form. Our very first black and white Pokemon, but not the only one. I can go down this whole list with only black and white Pokemon if I wanted to. Watchdog looks very arrogant, like he's some sort of punk. His design isn't that terrible, but it's subjectively ugly like his stats. Number 7. Kricketune. I think it's custom in Pokemon games to have several weak Pokemon in the beginning of the game to either annoy the hell out of you or so you can catch it and waste your time training it. I don't hate Bug-type Pokemon, but when they give crappy stats to an evolved Pokemon, it's unforgivable. Several good-looking Bug Pokemon had to suffer because of this. Well, let's talk about Kricketune. It has swords, I think as part of its hands, and a mustache. Yeah, whatever, it has bad stats and looks weird and ugly. However, in the 5th generation, there are some good bug typings, especially Bug and Fire. Looking at you. Number 6. Burmy. Where do I begin? Ugly and bad stats. Not that bad stats has anything to do with being ugly, but even with the idea of changing its cloak, its stat doesn't give you any incentive to even train it. It is just downright ugly. It just wants you to throw it away or burn it with fire. What the heck is it based off of anyway? It isn't even bug-like. Maybe a cocoon or something, but seriously, what the fuck? Number 5. Lickitung and Licky Licky. Lickitung just stinks of ugly. It always has its tongue out and is never seen with its tongue inside its mouth, a place where it should be. And that, my friend, is creepy. You don't know what he'll do to you when you're asleep, all sex jokes aside. He received an evolution in the 4th generation, but he still has his tongue tickling out, but less longer. However, he looked like a really stupid Slowpoke. And I like Slowpokes, by the way. Licky just looks pompous in every way. No one cared about Lickitung because it didn't have an evolution, but they then gave him an evolution, which I thought was pretty necessary. But it just turned out to look pretty stupid. I guess that may be part of its charm. My opinion anyway. Number 4. Amoonguss. Everyone playing Pokemon Black and White for the first time has walked up to an item eager to obtain free supplies. Suddenly the item hops and the player is thrown into a battle with a large sassy mushroom named Amoonguss. Amoonguss is a poison type and happily poisons your first Pokemon in your party. Different from Oddish, Amoonguss is objectively ugly. It has a lot of HP, making it not only ugly but extremely annoying, which adds to its ugliness. Not to mention its boring design, which is, I guess, based on a mushroom and a Pokeball. Creatively ugly. Number 3, Perugly. Seriously, it all started with one Pokemon. Meowth turned into Persian, a fairly majestic evolution by the way. The very first cat Pokemon, and then we have a cat Pokemon in every generation. Come visit 4th generation and receive this. It is self-explanatory. Cat Pokemon is cute when little, but becomes super ugly for unknown reasons. Does the owner beat the living crap out of them or something? I mean, come on, even the word ugly is in his name. I would punch it in the face if I ever saw it. Number 2, Stunfisk. Some may think Stunfisk looks cool, some may think he's sexy, it's all a matter of opinion. I personally think it looks like someone steamrolled a turd, or decrepit old lady parts. He's so lol that he's almost awesome. Almost. Number 1, Garbodor. And Trubbish for that matter. you all had to know that Garbodor would be on this list, though I doubt you expected him to be this high. Say hello to Garbodor, and Trubbish for that matter, a 2-stage mono-poison type evolutionary line from the Unova region, introduced in Generation 5. I have not made it a secret that I despise this Pokemon, not just for its design, but the fact that it is a concept rehash, a living form of Refuse, like Grimer and Mach, who will not be making it on this list because, amorphous blobs or not, I like how they look. This was Generation 5, by which point we were 17 years into the series. Inanimate objects should have been off the table long before this. They made sense in Generation 1, a generation whose theme was science, and in addition, no one expected it to be popular. Garbodor is simply a walking pile of garbage, and honestly, who would want to train trash?